In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Honorable Director Sir, respected teachers, Islamic scholars, and my dear friends, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First of all, I would like to greatly thank Sayyid Aman Sahab for giving us this opportunity and for giving us your precious time. And to all teachers who always are trying to provide us knowledge. It's a pleasure for me, and I'm very excited to be here in front of you to be delivering my speech on the topic, the importance of education in Islam. Dear audience, I would like to start my speech with a couple of quotations. Malcolm X has expressed his point of view about education, and he said, "Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today." And Nelson Mandela said about education, "Education is the most powerful weapon we can use to change the world." Dear audience, education has a lot of importance in human life. Education is one of the basic needs of every human being, whether rich or poor, male or female. It is a human right which no one can take away. It is very important to be educated in order to live a dignified and successful life. Therefore, acquiring knowledge is mandatory for all humans, irrespective of their religion, their caste, their race, gender, and so on. But for Muslims, while acquiring knowledge is mandatory for them as a human being, it is their religious duty also. Because our Prophet Muhammad said, "Talabul ilmi faridatun ala kulli muslim wa muslima." It is obligatory on every Muslim to acquire knowledge, whether male or female. This hadith tells us that acquiring knowledge is not only a right of a Muslim, but it's a duty of a Muslim. This shows how much importance of education there is in Islam. Dear audience, do you know which are the first verses of Quran what Allah Almighty had revealed? Do you know what Allah Almighty commanded in His first verses of Quran? The first verses of Quran were revealed are "Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq, khalaqal insana min alaq, Iqra wa rabbuka al-akram alladhi allama bil qalam." It means read with the name of your Lord who created man from a clod. Read, and your Lord is only the most beneficent, the one who taught to write with the pen. Have you ever considered that? Why Allah Almighty has revealed these verses of Quran very first? Why He has not revealed His first verses like that? "O my slaves, do my worship. Don't drink. Don't mix up the halal and haram. Leave the haram. Don't kill your daughters." Why? What is the real wisdom behind it? Have you ever considered that? Have you ever tried to know that? Why Allah Almighty has revealed His first verses of Quran, "Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq." Dear Islamic brothers, Allah Almighty has revealed these verses of Quran very first because He is our creator. He knows that if our slaves, if our creation will be illiterate, they will not understand what is halal and what is haram. If our slaves will be unlettered, they will not do my worship properly. If my slaves will be uneducated, they cannot understand the dignity of their daughters. Therefore, Allah Almighty has revealed these verses of Quran very first. "Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq." Read with the name of your Lord who created. This shows how much importance of education there is in Islam. Dear audience, I would like to share a story from the Battle of Badr. Badr is a place where the first battle of Islam was fought. And in Islamic history, this is known as a Battle of Badr. It was a defensive war which was contest between Muslims and polytheists. As a result, many polytheists were killed in this war, and about 70 people from the other group, from polytheists, were taken as prisoners, and Muslims become victorious. After that, two conditions were set for the release of these prisoners. Either pay the ransom and be free, or to teach minimum 10 people, then you will be free. It is noteworthy that our Prophet Muhammad had a condition for their freedom: to teach minimum 10 people, then you will be free. It was a risk. It was a big risk because they were enemies of Muslims. They came to fight with Muslims. But our Prophet Muhammad knew the importance of education. Therefore, he took this risk and said to teach minimum 10 people and you will be free. This act of our Prophet Muhammad also shows how much importance of education there is in Islam. Dear Islamic brothers, these Quranic verses and hadiths prove that education has a lot of importance in Islam. Education has much importance in Islam.